Hello. You're late, not me. I'm the first one here. That was probably loud for you guys. Sorry. Welcome to the stream. Yes, I am 22 minutes late. Whatever. I was actually doing something for you guys, so because it has something to do with the poll. I asked, will I post a new video every Friday now through January? And the goal is yes. I didn't want to do this, but the late shipping of things that I've been complaining about for the past couple streams is the reason why. There was always a plan to post most weeks in January, and then it turned to every week in January, and then it turned into every week in December. Actually, I guess technically if you count last Friday's video going up early for the members the first Friday of the month, then yeah, every Friday for December and January, and maybe even February. I think it'll slow down in February, though. You'll see why soon enough. And like I've said, if you've been around for a while, you know what's coming, and you know why I'm so prepared for January. But I can't talk about it yet. So, answer the poll yes, and you'll be correct, most likely. I was late because I was working on the Switch Lite OLED. I am halfway through putting that together. It's actually installed. Battery was dead, running out of time. Need to put it back together. I'll do that after stream and finish that video up, the tutorial side. Review that this week, write the script, and record that, and hopefully edit it all before Christmas, because I'm going to be gone, and I won't have access to my B-roll when I'm on the road. So I pretty much need to do all that editing this week. Anyways, enough yapping. Let's flip over to the main camera where it didn't work the first time, where I don't have my mod mat because it's got a Switch Lite torn apart on top of it. So I'm just going to go with the table today. And I am now getting notified that I might have to step away in the middle of the stream because DHL wants me to sign a package, and they are on their way to drop that off today. Anyways, as per usual, and probably for the last time this year, I don't know if I'm going to stream next Monday because it's the 23rd, and I'm a very busy guy right now. But this may be the last stream, so this may be your last opportunity for the year of 2024 for me to say your name out loud and say hello to you. So if you want me to say hello, if you want me to say your name, say something in the chat right now, and I'm going to end the poll, respond to the few comments I've gotten so far, and then I'll say hello to everybody. Go over to YouTube here. 73% of you were correct. Hello there. You got a new MacBook, DC? Is it a new MacBook or is it a new old MacBook? Also, hopefully stream stays good today. Glenna, I haven't seen your name in a while, other than when I see your Instagram stuff pop up. How you doing? That's weird. YouTube didn't actually start playing the video. Oh, did you hear my question? It's new. Okay. It's new to me, MacBook. Is it Apple Silicon? That's what I want to know. That's what I'm interested in. 2017. Okay. Interesting. That is... It doesn't seem that old, but that's the year I graduated high school. Now a bunch of you are going to feel old because I said that. But that's pretty old. I love my M1 MacBook. I kind of want one of those M4 Mac Minis, but yeah. My work from home days changed, so I have a lucky chance to watch the live stream today. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining me. It costs you 0 currency. Nice. The way you phrase it makes it sound like it costs you something other than currency. But make a super chat more fun with a goal. I can set a goal for super chats. I can beg for money and make it a goal. Nice. That's funny. Gotta love YouTube trying to make me beg for your money so they can get more money. All right. I've given people enough time to say something in chat. We've got DC, Hyrulean Kale, James, my mom and dad, Glenna, and Draco HP7. Welcome. Yo, Schema Broskis. Okay. Let's get started and see just how much I struggle to not have a silicone mat underneath me. Retro Rich. Also, you're reminding me, since you are a member and you talked about the last video being your last early video, I have no idea when the early videos are going to come for the members. Pretty much as soon as I'm done finishing the 2 videos, because this Friday's video is going to be about the chromatic, and the next week's video, the 27th, I believe, is going to be the Switch Lite OLED. So I will try and get it up as soon as possible for the members, but it's probably not going to be until at least tomorrow, maybe Wednesday or Thursday for the chromatic video, and I'll probably have the Switch Lite OLED video pop up for the members very soon after that. My goal is to have everything done by Friday, if not Saturday. So that's that. DC is now a member for 26 months. Oh yeah, this button. Thank you for giving me $5 every month for the past 2.14 years. I don't know what the actual decimal comes out to be. What's 2 out of 12? That's 1 of 6. 1/6 is, I don't know. I don't care. I did so much math last night. My brain is done. Bruh, if my wife didn't tell me we need a house in 6 months, I wouldn't pinch every penny. No, I'm not complaining. I am very grateful for your money. I'm just saying, I'm trying to get you some more extra early videos. I don't know when your membership's up. I don't know when that expires. So I'm trying to get you a couple more early videos. And then you add it again. Or at least this is your notification for it. But downright spiffy. How you doing? 2 point. Okay. I thought you were actually being serious, DC. That's a no. I almost took your word for it, but I know that 2 months out of 12 is not over half. That's true. You're never serious. Okay. Just getting everything out of their bags now. This probably won't be the longest stream, if I'm being honest, because I want to finish recording the Switch Lite OLED installation, and I want to record the script for the chromatic review, and then I want to try and finish the script I was working on for a January video and record that. Also, the first post in January is pretty much already done because it's the best of 2024 video, which those videos never do well. But all of my funny moments from 2024, at least on the main channel, I'm not doing it for the second channel. That's way too many videos, way too many hours that I'd have to watch back. So not going to happen for the second channel, but there will be a best of 2024 video as per usual for the main channel. So you can look forward to that. Gotta line this up perfectly. I assume that this is going to be the last time I'm restocking for the year. Just because now that it's kind of past time for things to arrive in time for Christmas, I don't think I'm going to see many orders until after Christmas when people get their Christmas money. And even with that, I did bump up my current stock of everything in like October to have 10 things available in each category pretty much. And I don't know if I want to keep that 10 number or not. So we'll see. I might go back down to holding 5 or less. No, please don't be cracked. Okay, phew. It's just there is like a line on this. I don't know if you can see it like right there. I thought that was a crack. It's just a scratch on the plastic cover. But it wouldn't be the first time I've had one of these crack on me before. Hey, Fox Fingoss. You excited for the new Pokemon cards? The new packs to drop tonight at 10? I'm assuming it's going to be tonight at 10 because they said Tuesday and the date changes at 10 o'clock, at least my time. Speedrun, not speedrunning today. Honestly, if I do another stream next Monday, it might be a speedrun. Oh, I never updated that. Maybe I should do that now. Surprise addition to the website. I modded a... It's not over there. I modded an all-black GBA because it's a crowd favorite, and I needed to mod another GBA to get it back up to 10. And I never added it back to inventory. So, eventually, I will find it. And add that to inventory. Boom. Okay. If you want an all-black GBA, it's now on the website, retroremaster.com. The link in the description will take you to the SP page, but I believe in you, and I think you can find the correct page if that's what you're looking for. The Mew one, yeah, I wasn't aware. It was today. Yeah, so I guess to go without time zones here, in less than 10 hours, we'll have a new pack to open. I've been saving my hourglasses, and I gave in and actually didn't save as many as I'd hoped, or as I originally planned, because I was like, man, I want to open more packs. And so I used a lot of hourglasses that I already had saved up, but I think now I've got like 35 or so. I just got fingerprints on this. Great. But I've got my Wonder picks all saved up, all those 5 slots. And I've got my I've got like 30 to 40 hourglasses, and I will have both of my picks for the day ready to go when the date changes in game. Because I have the Mew card. I have all of the 226 from the original packs. I just don't have all. I don't have all the cards. I have all the diamond cards. Jerry? That's a new name. Hope you're well. Huge fan for a while now. Learned a lot from you. Awesome. For you in your time zone, 1 a.m. If we're going based off of when the events have gone up and stuff, it'll be tonight at 1 for you, Glenna. 10 o'clock for me, so I can open new packs before I go to sleep. Oh, speaking of videos, I was gonna change it up this time and do an unboxing and first impressions video as my additional second channel video for the chromatic. And then I decided to do a teardown after I recorded the unboxing and first impressions. So, tomorrow on the second channel, my first impressions and unboxing will go up at noon, my time. And on Friday, I'll have the main review on the main channel and the teardown on the second channel on Friday. So there's going to be 3 videos related to the chromatic this week. So whether you know a lot or little about it, you'll have a lot of information coming at you this week. I don't like these dark green ones. If they were a closer color to this, then I'd use them. But I think the glow-in-the-dark pads are cooler anyways. Yeah, I have no idea what time for you, DC. But yeah, I would assume it's in the morning. Well, you're 8 hours ahead of me, I think. So, yeah, 6. Nailed it. Okay. That one's good. We can put this in here for the SpongeBob one. Do you do repairs for people? I killed the sound of my AGS 101 board while doing the USB-C mod somehow. That sucks. But unfortunately, I do not do repairs for people. I don't have the time, and the logistics would be too much for my brain. So that plus, I don't want to accidentally break somebody else's thing. So I just don't touch other people's devices unless I know them personally. And even then, I don't always feel comfortable working on other people's things, even when they're my friends and family. Depends on the device and depends on how attached to it they are. But because as good as I may look, I break things a lot. So. I need to get the screws out of here. There's separation on this. Okay. Drop these out. So far, this isn't too bad to do without the mod mat. I wouldn't mind having a way to organize my screws. That's all right. And I also like having the mod mat just because it helps not spin whatever I'm screwing. But holding it down doesn't make it too bad. My dad, I don't know what we were talking about specifically, other than Harry Potter, but he could not think of Harry Potter for the life of him over the weekend. It's not as funny if you weren't there. Especially when I don't remember the context to give it to you. Honestly, I would like a second mod mat. But I have not gotten it. I mean, like, I kind of just want a new one. But it would be nice to have, like, a few on rotation. That way I could, like, always have a clean one when I want to do videos and have it be all pretty. Or one for, like, repairs and then one for mods. So the repairs one would probably be pretty gross. And then the mods one would probably stay pretty clean, kind of thing. Oh, yeah, we had a Harry Potter stocking for my brother-in-law, William. And we don't have it anymore, but my dad could think of Harry Potter. Still not that funny, unless you were there. So thank you for the context, Mom. I totally forgot. I played Yu-Gi-Oh! For a while, but I realized the good cards were ridiculously expensive, and you had to make a new deck every few months. I never got into Yu-Gi-Oh! Some of my friends were into Yu-Gi-Oh! And I was like, yeah, that's cool, but I could not tell you anything about it. Like, the Blue Eyes White Dragon, right? That's the cool card. And then, like, Dark Magician or something. That's my extent of Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, wait, is the Heart of the Cards, is that where that comes from? I guess I know a little bit more than I thought. I wonder if Santa would get you another mod mat if you asked him. Yeah, maybe. But I'm also picky, so. Okay. Now we are going to do the soldering, and I'm going to change the battery on the camera. Before we do that, so I'm not just gonna change it to this so I don't get anybody nauseous from all the camera movement. And then should be good. And we can swap it back. And I don't know why. Why is it in the work? There we go. Oh yeah. Today I feel like doing a little bit of... I'm actually going to put this back on the charger. I feel like doing a little bit of teaching today. So I'm going to teach y'all how to solder the way I know how. The way I taught myself. And hopefully at least one person will learn something today. So, we got a few chats I'll read real quick. What are we modding today? We are modding a couple SPs, a clear green one that's just plain, and then the SpongeBob one that is blown out right now. But we are going to turn our soldering iron up to 300 degrees Celsius. We don't need it to be any hotter for this. It should be just fine. Now, you don't need flux, but I always recommend flux for beginners and anytime ever, because flux is amazing and it's not a crutch. It is a tool and you should use it. But we can solder without it, because if you're using a rosin core solder, it's not going to focus on that. I have a rosin core solder. I have rosin core solder, which means there's flux in the solder. So we don't need to add extra flux, but we can use it to make our lives easier and to fix our mistakes if we do it poorly. Now, I definitely would recommend using a silicone mat to do soldering, but I don't have it with me at the moment. It's okay. So what you want to do is, you see this silvery circle here. So you want to press down with your soldering iron on it to heat it up. Push your solder into the circle and then lift up. Because you want to push it into the circle, not into the iron. That's how you get the shiny ball. You can push it into the iron. Sometimes you kind of have to, just because of solder points being too small. But you want to aim for the circle itself. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. These are the same one. I don't know why there's two. But we're going to put our iron down. Then we're going to push the solder into the circle. And then we're going to lift up. And it's that simple. Now we can we are going to actually first take our wire that we need to solder here. And we're going to heat this back up, stick our wire in, to angle it properly here. Heat this back up, stick our wire in, and let go. And we'll do the same thing to this one. Take our wire, heat the ball up, stick it into the solder, and lift up. Now we can put these off to the side for a second and get out our boards. And I'm just going to add the solder now. We're not going to solder the other end of the wire to this quite yet, because we want to put the screen through the shell and all that. But I have a little bit of extra solder on my iron right now, and I can clean it and go again, do exactly what I was doing earlier, but I want to hopefully mess up it or not have a clean solder ball, so I can show you what flux does. But my iron is dying, so I need to turn it back on, even though it was plugged in. We're back up to 300 degrees Celsius, and we're going to be soldering to Q12B, which is this guy right over here. I can zoom in even further, which is right underneath my face cam here. And we're going to place the iron down, and then we're going to push the solder into the ball, and we lift up. And I did mess up a little bit. Yay, I can use flux. We're going to do the same thing over here to this one. Solder into the circle and lift up. That one was clean. Now, I'm going to clean my iron now, because there's way too much on the tip. Wow, that actually focused there. I was surprised. I like to use this stuff and just stick my solder and iron in there. Cleans it right up. But it's going to be kind of hard to see, but we have a little bit of solder going to a tiny little via, which is the little tiny holes you see all over here. And so we're going to take our flux This is no clean flux, so we don't have to clean it. But it is very sticky, so I like to clean it if it gets too messy. Here I'm not going to, but we just put our flux down and my iron turned off again because I need to get a new cable. And once we're back up to 300 degrees Celsius, I will just literally tap that down and the flux fixes it. It is like a magnet. It is beautiful. It is awesome. My mistakes have been fixed. And for now, we can actually turn off the soldering iron because we don't need it anymore. But for now, it's very simple. It is scary because it's a 300 degrees Celsius melting stick. That's nearly 600 degrees Fahrenheit for people like me. This is my reward. Plus, I'm thirsty. And, yeah, as long as you're not holding your iron too long on the spot you're soldering to, as long as you're not like putting too much pressure onto it and like moving it around with a lot of pressure, you're probably going to do just fine. And if you have flux to fix your mistakes, you're also going to do just fine. You can even just put flux down before you solder. I do that all the time. That way, it's extra good. It's extra easy. But simple soldering like this, very easy. There's a lot of soldering, like desoldering, whole other game. Don't like desoldering things. It's still hard for me. But adding solder to little points like this, not too shabby. Okay. Instructions unclear. Soldered Game Boy to my fingers. It happens. You know, some people will burn TP2 off. You know, it happens. Sane Smart Solder is king. I am Is that, I'm guessing that's a brand. I just picked this stuff up from Home Depot because it's I'm probably paying too much for this, but I like to just have something that I can easily hold in my hand and go boop. I like that. If I only soldered at one desk all the time, which I don't, I would get one of those big rolls where I could just pull it out and use it. Like it just sits on one spot on my desk all the time. But nah, because you could get so much solder for so cheap if you get a big roll of it. But I don't. Is anyone else also modding right now? That's a good question. I'd like to know. Are you modding right now, Retro Rich? You're heading to work? Cool. As long as you're not driving and watching and typing. Okay, we can zoom back out quite a bit here. And let's continue. I did say I want to make this stream a little bit fast today. So we'll stop teaching for now. Well, I can talk as I go. Sliding the ribbon cable and the wire through. Can do that. Boom. And do the same thing to this. Easy peasy. Now, I do need to get... Well, I'm going to do these before I forget, because sometimes I forget to put these square nuts into the shells. And I missed again. Nice. Take my tweezers. It does not seem to matter. I didn't realize this until very recently, that they are different on each side. But it does not seem to matter which way you put it in. The battery cover will always screw in. Cool. We are in. And let's get the hinges and speakers out. Nope. Also no. Stack O speakers. Capacitors, link ports, fuses. Nope. That's stickers. Where in the flip? Oh, I missed them. They are right there. Okay, good. As long as you're on the bus. I don't want anybody chatting and driving on my stream. Get one clear-ish white end and one black end for each of these, because it does matter. And we'll get 2 speakers out, hopefully each with its own cotton thing. Is this cotton? I don't know. But there. Put that in there. And we'll put that in there in a second. We can remove these hinge covers. They're kind of annoying to remove. Like this one. Good gravy. And put the SpongeBob ones on. Green ones on. I wish I had a lens that would like zoom in really far. Like I could just keep turning it and it like turns into basically a microscope. I don't know if that exists, but that'd be cool. Or I just need to like have a microscope on an arm like my microphone and just be able to drop it in and go boop and get real close. That would be nice. Do you use flux when removing components? I use flux probably too much. So yes. My hands shake way too much to do anything like this. Yeah, I've heard that a bit. My hands only shake when I get nervous and have caffeine in me for this stuff. But I don't know how bad your hands shake. I can't speak apparently. But for the times when my hands shake while doing this stuff, it's not too bad. It's manageable, but I could see how it would make you nervous. And I could definitely see if it's worse than mine, and it probably is, that you wouldn't want to try it. Which is unfortunate because I think this stuff is really cool. Not just like Game Boy modding, but like being able to fix things in general. I love fixing stuff. I get a lot of satisfaction from fixing broken stuff. Keeping people from buying a new thing or a new version of their broken device. It's cool. But anyways, we're going to flip these around. We're going to do the last bit of soldering. zoom in as much as I can here. And we will, for the last time, assuming my iron doesn't stop working, turn on the soldering iron up to 300 degrees Celsius. I'm going to take my tweezers. I'm going to grab the wire. I'm going to orient it like so it doesn't go over the buttons. Then I'm just going to heat up the solder, put it down, the wire into the solder, the flowing solder, and lift up. Same thing over here. Gonna try and orient it around the buttons, solder it there, and boom. Then from here, I'll zoom out a little bit more because I'll probably end up getting things out of frame. I like to take my cable, hold it out with my finger, stick it in, lock those tabs down, make sure they're fully locked down and everything is flush. I like to wrap the wire around that screw post up there. That'll keep the wire from going over any of the buttons or other screw posts. As you can see, it goes around there nicely. Maybe you can see there. Goes around there nicely. And we can still see our work. And then we do the same thing over here. But with an opaque shell like this, it's going to be nearly impossible to see. It's going to be impossible to see if the wire is over any of the buttons. So we wrap it around like that and close it up like that and cross our fingers. Then we can swap to our Phillips 0. Get out our 3 gold Phillips from the screws that we got in both of these. Oh, shoot. I do this every now and then. We're going to have to take this out because I forgot about the long Phillips screw. So we got to put this guy in. We should have done this a few steps ago. That's all right. We're going to take our long gold Phillips screw. And we're going to slide our motherboard out as much as possible with that plastic piece hopefully in position. Screw it down. And there we go. Now that plastic that covers the hinge is installed. We'll have to do it again over here. And using that long gold screw again. Yeah, I light piped it for sure. Thankfully, the light pipe is installed on it. Pretty much every SP shell. It wasn't installed for the last SPs I did on stream. At least the tribal one. Okay. Now, make sure that wire is wrapped around there. Cool. Looks good to me. We can flip this one over and just see it there. It's a little close to the button, but it's not under it. So now we can take the remaining, hopefully, 3 gold screws. You might have extras, so make sure they're all the same short length. Screw those 3 down. Then I think I do need to clean these power switches. So we're going to do not a full quarter turn, but just like a little bit of a turn back on each of these screws. So the button presses are a little bit nicer. Sometimes if it's too tight, then it won't, you won't get it to press properly, or it feels funky. So make sure all the power switch stuff is in the right position. But either way, we're gonna do more soldering because I forgot these need to be cleaned. Have fun at work. Do a good job. Make money in whatever you do. Ends the 30th. Well, you should get all the early videos for December at least. And you'll get the best of video early. I'm just adding flux now just to make my life a little easier. Adding the new solder or some new solder to each side of the power switch here. Make it easier to remove. Then I like to stick one piece of the tweezer underneath as I desolder, lift it up a little bit, try and stick it underneath that metal a little further. Notice the iron turned off again, so turn it back on and then continue to lift up as you desolder. Do the same thing on the other one. Maybe. Come on. There we go. And then we can get under it from the other side. Desolder there. And for some reason our power switch plastic came with the metal. That looks actually very clean on that side. And see, this is where having the silicone mat would be nice. Because the Game Boy is rotating on me. And it wouldn't do that to me if I had the silicone mat. But I don't. Oh well. From here, we can take our fiberglass pen. My handy dandy fiberglass pen. I'm actually going to do the power switches first. Starting with this one because it's cleaner. And I'm just going to lightly use the fiberglass pen on that piece of metal. And then I'm going to do it to this one. Make all of the metal for the power switch as shiny as possible. I shouldn't say all the metal because I'm not going to scrape these things. But take this one, wipe it down, and it's shiny now. You guys can't tell until the light hits it. But it was dirty and now it's not. And that one was even easier to do because it wasn't nearly as dirty. Now we can take the power switches and put them back in to their spots. Then we can turn on the soldering iron for hopefully the last time. Heat it up. And we will heat up the solder once we're up to temp. Push this piece of metal down. Lift up. Do the same thing to the other side. And I like to press down on the first side again. It's like looking both ways before you cross the street. Look right, then left, then right again, or whatever it is. Maybe it's the other way. I don't know. Then we lift it up, make sure it's flat. They are flat. And since it's our last bit of soldering, we'll clean the iron before we set it down. Now we can finish this. Put these into the off position to match the plastic pieces being in the off position. Our nut is in there, so we can just drop the back half down. Same thing, off position, drop that down. Cool. We can swap back over to our Phillips, or our tri-wing bit, excuse me. Take our longer tri-wing screws and put them in the 4 corner holes. Do the same on both sides. I know I'm kind of like interchanging the screws from the sets, but these are all the same screws, so it shouldn't matter. But we don't want the green rubber to go in there. We can screw these down. The external screws we don't need to back off like we did for the internal screws, unless it does feel wrong for some reason. But it rarely needs to be backed off on the external screws. Fun fact that you'll see in the chromatic videos coming up this week is they made their own custom tri-wing screws for the chromatic, and I am baffled by that. Like, why not just use Phillips or a Torx bit or anything but the stupid tri-wing screws? I hate tri-wing. They're not that bad, but like these tri-wing screws suck. And it's like not the end of the world since I have a tri-wing bit, but not everybody does, and it's not like they include a tri-wing bit with the chromatic. But they are solid screws, so it's not that big of a deal at the end of the day. Any other HDMI mods? Well, other than HDMI mods, have you done any other N64 mods? No. I have not done anything but N64 HDMI mods. I mean, I guess I technically did an RGB mod with one of my HDMI mods. The like Ultra HDMI has a RGB one built into it, but no, there's not really any other mods to do that I know of. I have a flash card, but I don't really consider that a mod, because I just purchased it and it worked. And there's no fan in the N64, so you don't need to do like a fan mod for a Noctua. I mean, you really don't ever need to do a Noctua fan mod on a lot of these consoles. So, but wherever did I put them? Oh yeah, they're up here. Like I've stated previously, Funny Playing batteries are my new standard because they are the best batteries that I have tested. And I've tested a lot of batteries. Go check the second channel if you don't believe me. I have 2 separate videos testing like 10 different batteries at least. And these are the best and the cheapest. Like the best bang for your buck. All around great. It's a surprise coming from Funny Playing, I know. People think I'm a Funny Playing hater. I'm just a frustrated customer. I also don't really care that much for the N64. I apologize. Speaking of backing off screws, it is kind of nice to back off these screws for the battery door sometimes. You don't want it too tight because then the right button and the B button and the down button, those can be, that's really blown out. It can be a little hard to press sometimes and be annoying. So these are good though. Anyways, we can turn that on. And that is nice and loud. Turn that all the way up. And that is nice and loud. And that works. And that works. Cool. I didn't want to turn it all the way down like that. But we can test all of the buttons. I know. See you later, Peyton. You changed your profile picture, Glenna. I almost didn't recognize you. What's a console that you have not, or that you have yet to mod? I have not modded the Game Gear. I was actually talking about this the other night. A, B, L, and R, right, left, down, up. Oh. I may need to go back in and fix up. I think I'm going... Okay, up's working now. Sometimes you just need to wiggle the membrane into place. Sometimes you need to... Nope. Okay, I'm going to have to go back in and fix up. Because it is being temperamental. Sometimes if you press a button a bunch of times, it'll start working again. But this isn't up to my standard. It will be fixed before it's shipped out, but literally all the other buttons and everything else is working perfectly fine. It's good enough to list it for me. I will definitely fix it before it is sent out. But, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was talking about this the other night, because frustratingly, my budget HDMI mod video for the Dreamcast, not doing well at all. Like, incredibly bad numbers. I was very surprised. I thought this would be a hit. It was not. But that is just exactly the reason why, as much as I wouldn't mind doing a Game Gear mod, I just don't want to do it. Because if it's not Nintendo or PlayStation, it ain't gonna get numbers. I'm scared to do an Xbox mod. I would love to mod my original Xbox. I would love to mod my my Xbox 360, honestly. But I don't think it's going to do well at all. So I'm scared to touch it. Especially after this Dreamcast video. I figured a budget HDMI mod for the Dreamcast would be a hit. Especially because my last Dreamcast video did pretty well. Did I make a bad thumbnail? I don't think so. I think my thumbnail is great because it's similar to other thumbnails that I've done in the past that did well as well. So, I don't know. And I also did 3 options with 3 different games shown on the TV. And that way I'd hit all of the best hits of the Dreamcast. And it still didn't do well. I don't know. But in short, I would like to do a Game Gear mod. But I'm scared it won't do well, so I probably won't make a video on it. If I ever do it. I mean, if I ever do it, I probably will. But I don't expect it anytime soon. It's not like a priority for me. I'm also waiting for someone to make Game Gear shells. New Game Gear shells that aren't the one company who does make them. So, this checked out fine. All the buttons worked on that, which is great. So, I can list the 2 of these. I'm going to put a sticker on this guy. Oh. And that is the last sticker in my SP hoard. Good to know. Guess I should order some SP stickers. I do have a Mario sticker. But that's not going to go with the SpongeBob shell. So, I also have that this weird one with like the dinosaur on it from the tribal one. I don't know why that was included with the tribal one, but I feel like a Dreamcast mod would do great, but it's sitting. The last time I checked, it was still under 1,000 views since Friday. I usually hit 1,000 views on Friday within 12 hours of posting. I mean, I'll show you the back end here. There's how much I make from ad revenue on average. It's gone quite a bit down, but I had a pretty good video in November, or I don't know. I had quite the boost, and it's gone. Oh, members, gifted members. Anyways, out of the last 10 in the first 3 days, let's see, turn this down a little bit. My MacBook video didn't do well either, and I don't know why that didn't do well other than it's not a video game console. But you see, on average, I'm at like 2 to 2.2 thousand views at 3 days and an hour in, and right now I'm at 868 in the first 3 days. So I don't know, but hopefully the next 2 videos do well. Maybe if I would have titled it the Ultimate Dreamcast, it would have done better. Because my Ultimate Dreamcast from a couple years ago did great. It still does great. Thankfully, the next Dreamcast video I will do will be an Ultimate Dreamcast video. Because if you did watch, you know that I also recently did a more expensive HDMI mod in a different Dreamcast. So you'll see that eventually. But that's about it for this video. Or this stream. I'm just putting all of my little pieces of garbage into these plastic containers, so I can throw them on the ground and throw them away later. But this is what we got. I'm going to zoom out a little bit more. And I will list them. So if you want to grab one of these guys. SpongeBob. I do need to edit this a little bit. I will need to take new pictures of the insides, because I don't have the yellow screen on it like last time. So I'll add more pictures later. But for right now, the SpongeBob one is live. If you want to grab that, retroremaster.com, top link in the description. And then I will add the green one. Which is now live. You could buy both of these that we've done today, as well as the all black GBA that I did yesterday off camera. That is a crowd favorite. So, no battery door sticker? Oh, yeah, the battery door. No. I don't. If they don't send them with me or with the shells, I don't put them on. Plus, I like that it has Game Boy on there. I don't want to cover that up with a sticker that has the 1-800 number. I do like that sticker though, but I prefer it on like the Game Boy Color. I guess I'm a hypocrite because I do like that sticker on the Game Boy Color, and that also covers up that Game Boy part. But anyways, I don't have those stickers. I've only ever seen them included with Game Boy Colors. So that is that. Thank you all for coming out to the stream today. Oh yeah, Black Ice. I haven't talked about it enough. I did do a community post on it, but the original Black Ice is back in stock at Retro Modding. I don't think I have a link in the description, but if you go to Retro Modding in their UV print section, you can buy Black Ice and Black Ice Permafrost. It was on sale for Black Friday, so unfortunately, if you missed it, you missed it. I don't know if they're going to do a post-Christmas sale, but if they do, maybe that'll go on sale. Maybe I can sweet talk Gary into putting at least my shells on a sale for Christmas to the end of the year, but no promises on that because it's not my company, it's just my product. But anyways, if you want Black Ice, you can go check that out. Mashed, you can buy that whenever. The pre-order sale is over, but you can still get a digital copy with your physical copy if you want to buy that. You can still buy a digital copy standalone for 99 cents. And you can get a box copy or just the card if you want. But yeah. There is a mod for the Fat PS2 where you can use hard drives to make a pseudo R4 with all kinds of... Yeah, I've done that before. It wasn't like the best video that I've done, but it did really well numbers wise. It's like my second... I think it's my best or my most viewed video that is not about pop sockets or has anything to do with Austin Evans. So that's cool. It has like 300,000 views, I think, now. It's awesome. I should probably do more PS2 mods. These people like the PS2. But yeah, maybe I just need to do a PS2 HDMI mod. But I don't know. I don't really need to do a HDMI mod. I've got my retro tank. Anyways, I saw a Game Gear shell store on AliExpress, but reviews said it only fits one revision. There's like 5 revisions of the shell. Oof. Bring it around town. Mikey, you made it at the very end. But anyways, I have done that hard drive mod for the PS2. I have it currently installed in a very janky PS2 because I broke the power button cable and then I resoldered the wires by hand. So nice t-shirt, thank you. It's mine. You can also buy this at retroremaster.com. I thought it was fitting for the Switch Lite OLED that I was working on. So I put it on for that recording. You have a question? Hello, FPV. Hello, FPV. Hi. I like the name. I will hold on momentarily if you have a question, because you put a question mark at the end of Jake. But other than that, this is the end of the stream. Thank you all for coming around. We'll check the like count here since we got 28 people. Oh, it dropped significantly since I said the stream is over. But we have more people in here than likes, so I'm not going to complain. But if you haven't liked the video or the stream already, please do so. I'm going to give you 5 more seconds to ask your question. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, just nice t-shirt. Thank you. Cool. Anyways, that is it from me. There is an unboxing and first impressions of the Mod Retro Chromatic coming to the second channel tomorrow. There's a teardown coming to the second channel of the Mod Retro Chromatic on Friday, and the main review will also be on Friday on the main channel. I've said that like 3 times now. It's just a review. It's not a main review. There's no other review. The review of the device will be on Friday on the main channel. I will try to get that video as well as the next video early for the members as soon as I can. but there's no promises there because I'm grinding away on 2 videos at the same time, plus many other things I've been working on. And then next Friday will be the tutorial and review of the Switch Lite OLED from Taki. So there's that, and then there'll be a best of video, and then I can't talk about the rest until January. So a lot of stuff coming. Thank you all for hanging out. I don't know if I'll be here next Monday, but thank you for hanging out today. If I don't see you until the end of the year, have a good Christmas, have a good Hanukkah, have a good Kwanzaa. I think they're all within like 2 days of each other. So if I skipped any other holidays, happy holidays, and have a happy new year. But I will see you guys in the next one tomorrow. Later, guys.